The Detroit Lions select Penei Sewell, tackle, Oregon.
So they were celebrating the man who's now going to have the blind side of Jared Goff. A duck is going to protect the blind side of a bear for the Lions.
Brad Holmes makes his first pick as general manager of the Detroit Lions and decides to get somebody to help protect his quarterback he's familiar with, who he helped draft there with the Rams. So Jared Goff gets a new opportunity and gets a new helper up front.
So, yeah, the kneecaps are okay. We can see them, sir. Way to celebrate.
I'm from American Samoa in the small village of Malaimi. There was a total of 12 of us living in a one-bedroom, one-kitchen, one-bathroom household. And us being so little at the time, the energy was through the roof. So you can imagine mom and dad trying to run around and try to keep us in order at times. The culture there just kind of is contagious and infectious. That would, once somebody sets an example, everybody below them will just try to follow their steps and try to not only follow them, but try to better their steps too. Reminding myself of where I came from definitely means a lot, because it just kind of gives me a whole different motivation and drive to make this dream possible.
Tackle prospect Penei Sewell worked out with 31 teams in attendance to see.
I just wanted to wake people up and know that I'm still OT1 in this draft, and that what I bring to the table is something totally different than everybody's seen. And a leader, passionate about his craft, passionate about the team.
Hey man, I talked about opportunity. We here. This the opportunity.
I like to get into people's faces too, get them hyped, get that passion going, just like I was talking about, and also having that spiritual feeling that when I'm gone, that my absence is felt, and that everybody knows what time it is when we step across that line. But man, it's a dream come true to hear my name called by the commissioner and to be selected by a team. It's nothing but a blessing.
Congratulations, son. So proud of you.
Hey, Bunch. We just want to congratulate you on a job well done.
Congratulations, Bunja. We're so proud of you. You've done such a wonderful job.
Hey, Bunja. Just want to say congrats on this journey, being able to be part of the NFL draft.
Congratulations, Bunch, on this milestone. Keep pursuing your dreams and press forward.
Congrats to you and your family, Penei, on this tremendous opportunity you've earned. We are proud of you. It was a blessing and an honor to have you as part of our program.
Congratulations, Penei. Well deserved, brother.
Congratulations, Penei. Excited for you to start this new journey. You're one of the most talented guys I've ever played with, but you're an even better teammate. Love you, man. Can't wait to watch you tear it up.
Come on. We just wish you luck.
We pray that the Lord will continue to bless you in your journey.
Remember, we love you. Family over everything, so strong. Let's go. Let's get it.
School 9-1. touch. Come on, keep going. Come on, turn, run. There you go, good. Nice job. Nice job. Grab the ball, touch. Come on, come on, run. Good, nice job. Grab the ball, touch. Come on, turn, bang. Good. Grab the ball, touch. Break, good. Rotate home, grab the ball, touch. Break, good. Grab the ball, touch. Break, good. Grab the ball, touch. Break. Grab the ball, oh! Redirect, ball your feet. Push fire, redirect. Right. Grab the ball, oh! Come on, redirect. Come on, redirect. Grab the ball, oh!
Sorry to keep you guys waiting so long. It was a little bit of post round one chatter, but we just couldn't be any more excited than we are about Penei. Just really stoked. You know, going through the process, we got to a point where we pretty much identified 3 players, and he was one of those 3 that we would just be extremely, let's just say, through the roof about. And, you know, to be able to land him, he's going to be an integral and an impactful piece to our franchise going forward for years to come. He's going to be a great addition to our offensive line. He's just a transcendent talent. I can't quite remember a guy that had feet like him in a long time, but it's not just the athletic ability. He's got the toughness, he's got the grit, he's got the strain, he's got the intangibles that we're looking for. He's a great kid. He comes from a great family. He comes from a football family. His dad's a coach. His brothers are college football players, one's at Oregon now. So we just really love the makeup, and we just couldn't be any more jacked about landing Penei, and you know how it all unfolded. But couldn't be more excited. He's gonna be a core piece of what we're doing going forward. Questions?
All right, Tim.
Hey, Brad, thanks for taking the time. We saw your reaction after the pick. You're obviously very excited about that one. Congratulations. But, you know, can you just speak to the situation that Penei is coming into, too? You've got some young, talented guys. You talked about it before the draft, how you were excited about the pieces you had in the offensive line. Now you add a good one. Just talk about the situation he's coming into with some veteran guys that he can learn from, some guys that have had success, and is it really a good situation in your viewpoint of the situation he's coming into?
Yeah, I think it's a great situation. You know, we have enough veteran players, you know, in that room that can really provide guidance to Penei, and you know, he just has to be himself. You know, he's not under any pressure to be this or that. You know, he just has to come in, and you know, we'll allow him to develop and evolve to the position and to the unit. But we don't have any reservations of you know, him being a fit. He definitely is. But you know, in terms of situation, and even Hank, you know, Hank Fraley, he does a heck of a job, and you know, he was involved in the recruiting process early on when he was at UCLA. So being that he's already had kind of a prior history with them, so it's been a great fit. And just the dialogue that we've had with him throughout the process, all the way up till let's just call it a couple of days ago with Dan and myself, it's been A1. So really excited, but definitely coming into a great situation.
Larry Lage.
Brad, now that's over, will you tell us who the other 2 players were?
I'll keep that for competitive reasons. I'll keep that, but you know, it was down to 3 guys that we were really you know, looking forward to landing, and so him being one of them. very excited.
Follow up that you can deflect as well if you want, of course. But if he wasn't available, who would you have taken if you stayed at 7?
We would have looked at possibly it would have been one of a similar position to him or one other position. I would say that.
John Macaroon.
Hey, Brad, congratulations. I was just wondering, at that time when the selection came through at number 7, did the phone ring with any potential offers that you found to be intriguing that you might have considered? Because we did hear a little bit of maybe potential reports that maybe the asking price was high for teams that might have called prior to the selection.
Yeah, I'm not sure about, how about I didn't get the response that the asking price was high. Obviously didn't go forward with some of them. I'd say before the draft, it was a lot heavier before round 1 started, but I will say at our pick, phone rang from a couple of teams, but we just felt so good about Penei, it wasn't intriguing enough for us to risk not landing him.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Eric Woodyard.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Brad? How you doing, man? Congrats on the pick tonight, too.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.
How was it for y'all? A lot of people see this as a smart pick. You guys could have went with flashy picks. Like, was it difficult to resist a flashier guy? I mean, it was a lot of options there, but just like going with that smart pick, going with your gut. How was that, man?
Well, I mean, I think Penei is pretty flashy himself. I will say that, but I understand what you're saying. Obviously, it's termed often not as sexy when you go with the big lineman, but and sometimes it's safe and it's sound, but I think it will be very, very I guess the sexy, attractive pick when he's rolling with our offensive line during the season and making an impact in both phases, run and pass.
Thanks, man. Mike O'Hara.
Congratulations, Brad. You're 1 for 1. Hey, when you hit it like that, then your first round like that, how does it set you up for the rest of the draft, like day 2 now? You've got that set, that one big chunk. Then going forward, what do you look for in day 2 and then beyond?
Yeah, we're going to stick with the same plan that we had at 7, or if we would have, possibly moved in any direction up or back, and that's just, get the best football player. We're not going to, like I said, and you guys probably say, well, that's, GM speaking, but no, it's really, we're not going to anchor ourselves or pigeonhole ourselves into we got to get this position or that position. Hey, look, if it's another offensive lineman that's a high impact player, then it's another offensive lineman. If it's a defensive back, then it's a defensive back. If it's a line, so whoever's the best football player for us to, make sure that we can get the most competitive team as we can, through our efforts, then that's where we're going to go.
All right, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go 2 more, starting with Justin Rogers. Hey, Brad, as you're kind of marrying some of your philosophies with Dan's, I'm just curious that the Saints really have invested a ton in their offensive line with early picks. And I'm just wondering, as you've kind of picked his brain on what he learned there, how much has that kind of influenced your thinking in this early build of the roster?
Yeah, that's a good question. And Dan has shared with myself in terms of, how their offensive line was set up. And, when we sat down, Dan and I just started really looking at the roster as a whole, we actually identified the offensive line as a strength on our team. And so to be able to, let's just say feed the beast and add to that strength and just make it, even more of a powerful unit, that's really what it came down to. But yeah, Dan was great in terms of kind of just really articulating where these guys fit, and even the current players, if there's visions for these players at other positions on the offensive line. And so he's been outstanding in that regard. But but we were definitely, our visions were aligned in terms of the ability to add a player like him and make that unit even more powerful.
If I could just squeeze one more in, the big news around the league today was the Aaron Rodgers stuff, and I'm just wondering, as you're sitting in the draft room and kind of discussing all the possibilities, how much did you guys talk about that? How much of that was, an influence on, the night on a whole?
Well, obviously because it's news within the division. You know, we're aware of it. You know, we talk about it, but obviously, it's speculation. But so, we can't really bank on anything or think that things are going to happen. We just kind of just have a brief discussion about it, and then we got to get focused and take care of our business.
You can pray on it. Thanks, Brad.
All right, last question, Chris Burke.
Hey, Brad. It sounds like you're not going to give us the other two names that you had in mind there, but just curious, Justin Fields obviously landed with the division rival as a guy I think you guys took a look at. What did you think about him as a prospect? And then did you have any teams calling that were interested in him to move up into that 7th spot?
Yeah, well, nobody nobody actually said, specific prospects' names during the preliminary discussions, either earlier today or even at the pick. But, obviously he's a very, very talented player. There's no doubt about it. But I will say that we did have Penei ranked higher. So even, with him, being there in the hopper, we felt better about Penei.
And then just real quick, if I could, do you see Penei as competing at the right tackle spot? Do you think you'll move Taylor? Just what's your initial vision for him?
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, I definitely think he will definitely compete at the right tackle spot for right now, for sure.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Brad. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
Offensive lineman out of Oregon, Penei Sewell.
Remember, this draft season, focus on your O-line.
Soak it all up and be a sponge.
Go to Tim Twentyman.
Hey, Penei, welcome to Detroit.
Thank you.
Hey, how much contact did you have with Brad and Dan and the Lions coaches in the pre-draft process, and how much do you feel like this is just a fit for you?
At the beginning, it was not that much until towards the end. They started really showing more interest, and the conversation started to get more deeper. Now he's trying to get to know who I am as a person and not as a football player. And, man, the fit is awesome. The way Coach Campbell kind of approaches the game is the way I like to. I like to come real physical each and every day, get better that way.
Kyle Meinke.
Hey, Penei, congratulations on the pick. It's got to be exciting for you. I know your story is pretty unique, right? Coming from a beach village and learning the game of football there. And I'm sure it's a story you've told a million times, but you're new to Detroit. The fans are just getting to know you. Could you just walk us through a little bit of your backstory of how, where you're from and how you learned the game and ended up in Utah?
Yeah, so I'm from American Samoa, and I stayed in the small village of Malaimi. And man, we all stayed at the shack there, and just like you said, it's just a beach. It's an island surrounded by none but water, and it's probably you can hit the whole island probably in a 40-minute drive. So it was real small. Life was real simple, and to come from that to where I'm at today, man, it's nothing but a blessing. Every time I reflect upon that after this moment on, it just makes me happy and puts a smile on my face and know that, man, there's more to do and more to come. So I'm excited, and yeah, that's where I came from.
Just as a quick follow-up, how did you learn the game of football then? I mean, did you learn it in American Samoa, or was it more so when you got to Utah?
Yeah, no, sorry. My dad, he was a head coach on the island. Ever since I was young, he was always a head coach. So the moment I remembered anything, I was always out there with him, whether it was helping him take out football bags for his practice or set up the cones for conditioning for his team there. So my dad ultimately helped me learn the basic knowledge of the game and fundamentals.
Thank you.
Go to Eric Woodyard, ESPN.
Hey, what's up, Penei? How you doing, man?
Good, I'm doing great.
Hey, I spent 2 years in Utah covering the Jazz at the Deseret News, man, from 17 to 19. So I know how fired up they is out there for you right now, man.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So I talked to Coach Mirabel and Coach Frank, man. They both describe you as a generational talent. When you hear that, I know you can't come out and say it yourself, but what do you feel like separates you? Because people might look at, man, you set out the whole 2020 season and people still feel like you're a generational talent. Like, what do you feel like? Why do you feel like they say that about you, man? What skill sets will you bring that you feel translate?
Man, it's my mindset. If I had to pick one thing, my mindset. I'm coming each and every day, ready to run through the wall, ready to do whatever it takes to accomplish my goals and the team goals. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm putting everything on the line, my body and everything else. I'm really ready to sacrifice everything and anything for my goals and my dreams.
All right, man. Good luck. I'm feeling the swag too. I like the chain too. Good luck in Detroit.
Yes,
man.
sir. Thank you, man.
All right.
Burkett.
What does the chain say, by the way?
Sign more.
Okay.
So in the background is the Sign More, and then the whole thing is the American Sign More flag.
Gotcha. No, you can certainly tell how excited you are about this pick and coming to Detroit just by the expressions on your face. I was wondering, you're 20 years old, right? You started in the Pac-12 as a 17-year-old. So what do you see the future as for you? Like, how much growth do you still feel is left in your game, and in what areas?
Man, to be honest, I haven't even started yet. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like there's a lot to do. There's a lot to be done. And sky's the limit. And I'm ready to tap into that potential, and I'm ready to go to work to fulfill that dream.
And just one other thing, because you're joining a veteran offensive line, have they given you any indication where you'll play, right tackle, right guard, where to start, and what, when you have such a strong offensive line, what does that do for a team?
Wherever they put me, I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna give it all 100%. It don't matter to me. And to join a room like this, man, again, it's a blessing to be a young dude to come into such a veteran group, again, with so many years. It's just easier for me to approach the game because I could go to them and ask them for advice and soak up as much knowledge as possible. So just being a sponge around those guys will help me out tremendously.
Thank you, and welcome to Detroit.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Hey, Penei, welcome to Detroit.
Man, thank you. Thank you.
All right, so Dan Campbell has preached toughness, along with the entire coaching staff this whole offseason. What do you feel about your game is going to bring that toughness and fit that Detroit culture that they're looking for?
Again, it goes back to my mindset. Because ultimately it's a mindset. Just like he said, he going to everyone and everyone talking about this is how we're approaching the game. And so I'm bringing that mindset. I'm joining that culture, and I'm joining the team and with that same mindset of ready to run through anybody. And coming each and every day, putting on the pads, ready to get under somebody's chin and make them feel uncomfortable. So, man, just coming in and joining him on that, it's cool.
And outside of going to your conference, what's going to be the first thing, your press conference, what's going to be the first thing you're going to do when you get here to the D?
Man, I don't even know. To be honest, I don't know much about the Detroit, but once I get out there, I'll probably hit up Tyrell some because that's big bro to me. See what's out there to see. But really, I don't know yet.
We'll do three more guys. Larry Lage.
Welcome to the D.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Wondering if I know it's been busy time, an hour or so, but did you see Brad Holmes' reaction to having you on the board by chance?
A little bit. I was kind of tearing up too, and I looked down. But I did see the room kind of turn. So,
all right, we'll go to Justin Rose.
Welcome to Detroit. Excited to have you here. I know that the team was jubilant in the room when they saw that. I mean, when you look at Dan Campbell, and did you see the quotes about biting kneecaps and being tough and those things? Did you hear about that when he got hired?
No, I didn't.
Okay, you'll have to look that up because he's a fiery guy. What about playing for a head coach who's got that kind of fire makes you excited about playing?
Man, that's the type of coach I love playing for. And it's the culture I kind of came from that is at Oregon. So I'm used to that, and I'm ready to put that again and be a part of another team that preaches that and implants that type of mindset into the culture and the everyday practices and games and so on and so forth.
If I could follow up real quick, they talked about how they wanted guys who love football. How much do you love football?
It's a way of life for me. It's not just a game. Again, it's something that I've always remembered. And if I told you, if I had the first memory of anything, it's the game of football. And I fell with it the moment that happened. And again, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to keep playing the game of football.
Thanks, man.
All right, we'll do last question. Orlando Sanchez in Oregon.
Hey, congratulations, Penei. You mentioned just how long this has been, to finally have your dreams come true, to see it happen, and to be able to share this moment with your family and your coaching staff at Oregon. What does this all mean to you, man?
Man, it's the world. Every time I think about this moment, I go back to the kid that was on the island in that shack I was talking about with all my family. And I have that same real when we were all in the living room, sleeping on the floor in that shack. And now look at us. I'm in a position to really change my family dynamic and also play at the level I wanted to play my whole life, the NFL, and to be a part of the NFL and Detroit Lions organization, man, it's nothing but a dream come true.
Congratulations to you and your family, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Penei. We'll see you this weekend.
Yes, sir. Time to get turned. Ah!
Detroit Lions select Penei Sewell, tackle, Oregon.
Weezy out.